Greetings, I am Sharman, here again to speak with you. I am happy to announce that for this transmission I, Sharman, am combining my Pleiadian energy field with my Arcturian energy field. In the same manner that many of you on Earth have a heritage from different countries, most of us on the ship have a heritage from different galaxies. We have been raised on multidimensional, intergalactic ships which house many galactic representatives. Therefore, we are no longer bound just to our home world. Instead, we perceive ourselves as intergalactic beings. Therefore, I will speak, not my individual I, but as my collective we. We realize it has been quite a while in your Earth time since we have spoken with you. However, in our dimension, time, and space are no longer a component of our operating system. Within our fifth dimensional and beyond reality we live within the now of the One. We realize that that concept is difficult for our earth-bound ones to understand, so we were asked to speak with you again to attempt to explain our fifth dimensional operating system in a third-dimensional manner. Just as time and space are the basis of Earth's third-dimensional operating system, and to a lesser degree of Earth's fourth-dimensional operating system, the here of the now is the basis of our fifth-dimensional operating system. However, all of our ships are calibrated to also function within your fourth-dimensional operating system to accommodate our frequent guests from third and fourth-dimensional Earth. When humans are able to expand their consciousness into the fourth dimension, they can perceive our reality on our ships while still maintaining their Earth vessels, which are usually sleeping. We use the word reality rather than lives, as we have many lives that are simultaneously running within our multidimensional consciousness. In fact, we are here within your now to remind our friends on Earth that you also have many lives. Those of us who observe your third and fourth dimensional reality from our perspective of the fifth dimension are happy to see how our volunteers to physical Earth have learned to adapt to such a difficult format of reality. We are here within your now, to remind you that there are many different formats of reality that we have observed, as well as volunteered to temporarily experience. We have had these experiences when we have taken an Earth vessel on one of your countless realities. You may be surprised to know that many different realities are actually running simultaneously on your dear Gaia, Earth. What most humans do not know is that Earth, known to us as Gaia, is a living being who thinks and feels in the same manner as humans. However, humans usually know her thoughts and feelings as the weather. There are different weather systems that are innate to the different areas of Gaia's planet. It is when there is a major shift in that weather that Gaia is speaking. Even though many humans are totally unaware of the life force of the planet, they are very aware of the weather. There are, of course, different weather systems that are innate to different areas of the planet. Therefore, it is when there is a sudden, or gradual, change within that normal weather that Gaia is speaking. Humans adapt to the weather of their area much more than they realize. Hence, when there is a shift in the normal weather, people take a moment of their busy life to notice their environment on Earth. We say, environment on Earth, to differentiate the many inner mental and emotional environments that are constantly influencing them. It is primarily this inner mental and emotional environment within the consciousness of each human through which Gaia can be heard. Unfortunately, the vast majority of humanity is unaware of their own inner environment. This lack of awareness is largely because of the unconscious messages that are constantly being fed to humanity by the forces of darkness. These secret leaders of your reality are masters at mental and emotional manipulation. We tell you this, not to frighten you, but to remind you to focus on the mastery of your mind and the conscious awareness of your emotions. There is a great deal of brainwashing, as it is called in your world, that is sent via carrier waves that are unconscious to your daily awareness. However, if you attend to your emotions and your physical body, you will be able to consciously perceive these messages. Modern humanity, especially in the developed societies, has been taught to unconsciously attend to the many messages sent to them via television, especially the commercials on the television, movies, newspaper, and the internet. How can someone be unconsciously taught? We hear you ask. Our response is that humans have been taught to ignore their inner directives and to attend to their outer directives. It is for this reason that many humans can no longer communicate with Gaia. Those laggards who have failed their ascension process in many incarnations came to Earth long ago when their own homeworlds ascended into the fifth dimension. These Dark Ones were unable to ascend because they could not release their addiction to power over others. In order to resonate to the frequency of a fifth-dimensional reality, one must release all desire to have power over and focus instead on developing their power within. When one focuses on power over others, their consciousness greatly lowers because they lose the connection with their innate power within. Every being has an innate power within, which is their personal inner spark of spirit. This inner spark of spirit allowed them to enliven the earth vessel, which they have chosen to take, in order to experience life on third-dimensional Earth. As one may or may not be aware, there are also many visitors to Earth that have chosen to reside on fourth-dimensional Earth, which is known as Earth's astral plane. Many beings ruled by the need to have power over others choose to take an incarnation in the lowest frequencies of the astral plane, known as the lower astral plane. It is for this reason that many humans send their unconditional love and violet fire into the lower astral plane. We thank all of you who do so, as you have made a huge contribution to Gaia's ascension. Just as humanity can clear their own fears by loving themselves unconditionally, as well as encircling themselves with violet fire, Gaia greatly benefits from the unconditional love and violet fire of transmutations that is sent into her planetary body. Please remember that those who chose to take forms on any given planet, do so because they feel an innate attachment to the energy patterns of that planet. Many of you who have chosen incarnations on Earth, have also incarnated on Venus. In fact, many of those who live in service to Gaia have had many incarnations on Venus. Venus is where they learned or remembered their true multidimensional self, as well as the reason for their upcoming incarnation on Gaia's Earth. Gaia and Venus are sister planets and often work as one for the healing and advancement of their shared solar system. One of the important concepts that you learn via your nightly, or meditative, visits to Venus is unconditional love. Venus has released her need for polarity and is assisting her dear sister Gaia to do the same. The separation of polarities of good and bad has caused Gaia great difficulties due to myriad wars that have damaged her body and depleted her resources. The energy fields of Venus teach humanity to love art, beauty, deep human friendship, and interdimensional communication. Interdimensional communication is the basis of planetary ascension. As more and more of humanity remembers that they can visit Venus and/or our starships during sleep or deep meditation, they will no longer feel threatened by the constant propaganda being sent out by the Dark Ones. These Dark Ones have taken over many of your third-dimensional communication systems. Therefore, we ask you to carefully choose what you watch in your leisure time. If what you are watching, or listening to, expand your consciousness, then take the time to relax and enjoy yourself. However, if that media frightened you, it will lower your consciousness and open you to fear. We fifth-dimensional ones can clearly see the fear markers that are embedded in horror movies, commercials, as well as other parts of television, radio and/or the web. If you feel fear, do not expose yourself to that media. However, if you can send that message or unconditional love and violet fire before you terminate that entertainment, you would be greatly assisting the collective consciousness of Earth. Your unconditional love and violet fire can also seek out the fear markers and transmute them back to empty energy packages that can only absorb messages of higher dimensional intention. Do you realize how much Gaia needs to transmute the fearful energy patterns that are littering her atmosphere? It is for this reason that many of our volunteers chose to take an Earth vessel. These volunteers to Gaia are often known as the cleanup crew. We, your interdimensional family, wish to thank those who have joined our cleanup crew, again and again, for the great assistance that you have given to Gaia to clear her earth, air, fire, water and ethers. The service that you are giving to Gaia, you are also giving to the many generations who will be living on an increasingly overpopulated planet. Fortunately, more and more of you will be wearing your light bodies, which will greatly assist Gaia with her planetary recovery. You see, your fifth dimensional light body, interacting with Gaia's third and fourth dimensional Earth, will greatly assist in planetary ascension. Also, those of you who choose to remain on fifth dimensional Earth after your ascension into light body, will greatly assist to accelerate Gaia's transmutation from a third and fourth dimensional planet into a fifth dimensional planet. Within the now of Gaia's transmutation into fifth dimensional light planet, Gaia will be experiencing much of what you will be experiencing as you transmute into your fifth dimensional light body. Do you now better understand why you chose to take an Earth vessel in this important now of planetary and solar transmutation? From our experiences of taking vessels on third-dimensional Earth, we galactics realize how difficult it can be on a planet that is in constant flux from fear to love, then from love to fear. This cycle also has negative consequences on Gaia's planetary being. The problem is that most of humanity has no idea how much their emotions influence their environment. If they did, then they would try to acknowledge their fearful emotions and recenter themselves back into their loving emotions. We are sure that those of you who have dogs, cats, or birds in your home realize how much your pet is affected by your emotions. We wish to remind you that trees, flowers, insects, grass, water, and the sky are also influenced by the emotions that you unknowingly send out into your world. Your difficult challenge is to remain conscious of the energy fields that you are creating and sending out into your environment. Many of your spiritual leaders have been aware of this fact and have meditated for many decades to learn mastery over their thoughts and emotions. We want you all to know that we, your galactic family, can observe the energy fields of Earth via the advanced technology of our starships. We also want you to know that we can also detect the great, transmutational power of the violet fire and unconditional love that you send into your reality. In closing, we wish to remind you that you have the ability to remember the other, past, present and future incarnations in which you have gained a greater mastery of your thoughts and emotions. Yes, because we galactics resonate to the fifth dimensional now, we can simultaneously observe your past, present and future realities. We can also perceive your possible and probable realities. All these realities are swirling and moving in a huge, cosmic ocean. As you more consciously return to your innate fifth dimensionality, you too will regain these perceptions. When you regain your conscious ability to perceive energy fields before they become realities, which many of you will do, you will be able to transmute all power over others' actions before they can manifest. Did you realize that you have this ability? We can see that many have not yet remembered that innate skill. However, we can also perceive that many of you are very close to remembering that innate skill that was brainwashed out of you. Please remember that the multidimensional abilities that are innate to you are impossible for the Dark Ones to ever attain. It is for this reason that they wish to brainwash you and place fear markers through your media. Therefore, we remind you that you are more powerful than those who are lost to the darkness. In fact, you are even more powerful than them before you flash into light body. Can you imagine how amazingly powerful you, our fifth dimensional ones who have taken a third dimensional Earth vessel, are? The multidimensional power that you hold is locked within your light body. Therefore, one can only access that power while their consciousness resonates to the fifth dimension and beyond. In this manner, The Dark Ones cannot force a human to use their power in a negative manner. You can only access this immense power by activating your fifth-dimensional light body. Then, once you are transmuted into your light body, you are invincible to all third and fourth-dimensional negativity and/or weaponry. In the past history of Earth, when a great human was able to transmute into their light body, they left the third-dimensional Earth and resided in the higher dimensions. However, within your new era of planetary ascension, your light bodies will enter into the core of Gaia to assist with the recalibration of the core and central crystals of Gaia's brain. Then, just as each human light body will burst forth from the core of physical body, Gaia's light body planet will burst forth from the core of her planetary body. We hear you ask, when will this occur? Our answer is that this event can only occur within the now of the fifth-dimensional consciousness, and thus resonance, of the One. What does that mean? We hear you ask. Go into your fifth-dimensional consciousness to find that answer for yourself. We reply. Blessings, we are you. And you are us. If you have more questions, please ask us when you visit our ship. Sharman and your galactic family.